Hey everybody, Zach here with the Goat Guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at my updated profile of the Machine Chaos deck I profiled, I believe, roughly 6 or 7 months ago. The deck overall hasn't changed a ton, but I feel like I've made the deck much better and actually have a coherent strategy instead of just summoning some machine monsters. So to begin, we play our standard Chaos lineup of BLS and Chaos Sorc, just two. I just still feel that the 3 Sorcs just isn't great unless it's like the Recruiter deck. Though I feel like you would also be able to get away with it. There are a couple easy cuts in this main deck to where if you wanted to play a third, you can. We're playing the 3 copies of X-Head Cannon. It is the 18 by 15 light monster. And that is why it's important, because one, it's a beat stick, so your limiter removals make it up to 36, and of course it's a light. We play the triple Dekoichi in the deck. This is another machine monster. Alright, back to Dekoichi. So Dekoichi is obviously one of the better flip monsters, lets you draw a card. And in this deck it is also a machine, so you can, in theory, limiter removal it if you really need to. But we are playing it just so we can draw some cards. And if it gets Nobleman crossed out, you don't mind that much. We play 2 copies of Mechanical Chaser. I know you might be like, well, why wouldn't you play 3 of that? Well, we have more darks in the deck than we do lights, and I just wanted to keep it more consistent. Though you could cut a X-Head Cannon for the 3rd Mechanical Chaser, that is really personal preference. This is just a tech card I'm playing, helping Robo for combat. So essentially all this card does is when you destroy an opponent's monster at battle, you get to draw a card and then return a card from your deck to the bottom. I just like it because it can cycle, though this is a very easy cut for the 3rd Mechanical Chaser or 3rd Chaos Sorc if you do not like it. Obviously this is a more rogue-centric strategy, so you might not be too worried about it. We played the 2 copies of Magician of Faith. Magician of Faith is there to recycle your spell cards, like limiter removal, and your power spells. 2 copies of the boy Cyberstein. He is going to be part of this deck's win condition. Obviously, we have so many ways to win, but why not add Stein? Because you know what? Paying $5K and then summoning a big fusion monster to push? Sure, why not? Sounds pretty good. We have Breaker in the deck, just a standard backer removal. We have the Jinzo in the deck. Jinzo is another card that can be easily cut. I'm still testing it just because I think Jinzo is still worth a spot because at worst he's a 4800 beater, and your opponent can activate traps when he's there. Reflect Bounder is another card you can easily cut. I'm just playing it because it's a 1700 machine. But like this and like Helping Robo are very simple cuts. But again, this is a more casual centric deck and I do like it. And then I'm just playing the 3 Thunder Dragon for consistency. Because remember, obviously it always gives you free discards and it's always a light. Onto the spells, we play the Pot of Greed, the Graceful Charity, Delinquent Duo, Heavy Storm, Snatch Steal, MST, and Premature Burial. Those are all of your 1-of spells. Up next, we're playing Double Book of Moon. This card is versatile in its ways because it can be used offensively or defensively. It could be used to set knocks. It can protect your monsters from a Mirror Force or a Ring. So yeah, that's always nice. We have Double Nobleman of Crossout for your opponent's pesky flip monsters. And then the triple Limiter removal. Onto the traps, we've just played Mirror Force, Call the Haunted, Ring, and Torrential for the simple 40-card main deck. Again, if you want more traps, easy cuts are Reflect Bounder, Helping Robo for combat, a copy of Dekoichi, and quite possibly a copy of Limiter Removal, though in this certain way I'm playing it, I would like to see this card as often as possible. So we are playing Stein, so we are playing a few important targets, and then some not so important targets. We're playing the Dark Balter, the Dark Blade the Dragon Knight, the Fiend Skull Dragon, Master of Oz, Reaper on the Nightmare, Double Ryu Senshi, Double Last Warrior, and King Dragoon. King Dragoon is just a good card if you don't think you can OTK. You can always summon off Cyberstein, and decks have issues adding this. But for the machine fusion targets, I have 2 copies of Labyrinth Tank. You are not going to try to summon this one very much at all. It is there as an option. The main monster you're going to summon is the Gatling Dragon because once per turn, you can, if your opponent has a large field, you can pop off and try to nuke it. And then, of course, you can limiter removal this guy to make him 52. and he can really push. And then, of course, I just threw Metal Dragon in here. You can play whatever you want over this. If XYZ Dragon Cannon could actually be summoned off Stein, we'd play that in here over the Labyrinth Tank and the Metal Dragons, but unfortunately, that is a must first be special summoned by banishing X-Ed Cannon, Y Dragon Head, and Z Metal Tank. Obviously, we have one piece, but I am not making this deck inherently worse than it already is by putting a Y Dragon Head and a Z Metal Tank in here. So yeah, that is it for the deck profile. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Also, let me know how you guys feel about seeing the more rogue decks we've been profiling over the last few weeks. Obviously, we will do more competitive-oriented decks in the future. It's just because of how the meta is, you don't want to oversaturate your videos with the meta decks, and I always like showing off fun decks and updating old ones. The next deck profile, though, I think we're going to update Statue Control. That was the first deck I profiled when I returned to the channel last year in May. We're in May. I'm in May now. This video will probably be up in the second week of June. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you did like it, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing for more GOAT content. And if you have any suggestions for the deck, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.